and welcome to healthyhouseplants.com, where we teach you all about gardening in the great indoors. If you'd like to support our show, please use our Amazon affiliate link below. Today I'm going to talk about the 5 reasons your houseplants die after you repot them. These are the top reasons. And because this happens, sometimes people are then frightened to repot their plants because they think, well, every time I repot my plant, my plants, they die, so I'm just never going to repot them. But you do want to repot plants at some point. The soil gets worn out, there's no nutrients in it, there's salts build up, etc. So repotting is important. These 5 reasons why you may not have had success will help you in the future to have success when you repot your plants. I do have a repotting playlist that shows you all about repotting and how to go through the whole process. I'll put a link for that below, as well as any other videos I mention in this video. Okay, so here we have a nice ZZ plant. And this plant is potted in the correct size pot. One of the biggest reasons why houseplants don't make it after repotting is because they are put into too big of a pot. It's very common for the plant this size to be put into a pot as big as or even bigger than this size pot. The rationale, and I understand it, is, well, I wanted to grow really big and I wanted to do really well, so I wanted to have a lot of room for root growth. The problem is there is too much wet soil in that pot, and the roots, there's not enough roots to sustain all that wet soil. They don't absorb all of the moisture. The moisture sets in. It's just like you've planted them in a lake. The roots die back, and then you get root rot. I have a root rot playlist if you think this is happening with your plant, and it's all downhill from there. So that's why your plants look sickly after you've repotted them, because root rot has set in. It can take a while. At first the plant may look like it's doing okay, but not really do anything. It's just not really growing. It's just sitting there. But after a while, you're going to start seeing yellowing leaves, leaf drop, and that kind of thing. And then eventually, when it's really advanced, the plant's going to be drooping as if it's thirsty, but then the soil is really wet. And then a lot of times people will think, well, I'll just give it a little more water just in case it needs more water. It does need more water, but what's happened is the roots have died back so much and rotted that the plant is no longer able to use the roots to give the foliage water. So, and usually at that point it's too far gone. So as I always say, when you repot, you want to, like this is more like half of the plant, and the combination needs to be 2/3 plant to 1/3 pot. So the entire 3/3, 2/3 plant, 1/3 pot. Right here we've got half and half, or maybe even this is a little too bigger than that. This, however, is the correct size pot. This is 2/3 plant to 1/3 pot. So that's what you want to do when you repot. Make sure to get the right size pot. Good news is you're going to spend a lot less money on a pot this size than you are on a pot this size. So you're going to save yourself money in terms of the pot and in terms of saving a plant, and then the plant will start to flourish in the right size pot. Okay, the next reason why plants tend to not do well after you've repotted them is fertilizer burn. So if you use a fertilizer in the soil when you repot, it can also be in certain soils. There's too much, the chemical fertilizers, and I have videos on why using organics is so important. The chemical fertilizers will burn plant roots. So when they burn plant roots, you have less roots to take up the moisture, and root rot sets in. So you've got chemical burn and root rot going on down there, and that's why the plant won't make it. So I suggest using organic soils and organic fertilizers when you're repotting. Something very mild. Organic fertilizers are very mild. They're not going to burn roots. I have a product. My product is the Green Gourmet Houseplant Food here. It's really good to put a little bit in when you're repotting, and it's not going to burn your roots and cause that kind of a problem for you. Okay, another reason I touched on just a little bit right now is poor soil. And unfortunately, out there on the market, there are so many soils that are just not good for houseplants or any plants in general. So this gives you an idea. I'm going to do a close-up for you so you can see a little bit better here. You can see this looks like ground up bark, and in fact, it pretty much is ground up bark, but they are selling it as a soil. Those kinds of soil, that's what those soils will look like. You want something that has some draining agent in it. This has some pumice in it. I do have a pumice product as well. Perlite is also another additive for drainage, and also something peat moss or coir base that holds in moisture. The problem with these ground up bark things that are posing as soil is they do not retain water. They do not retain nutrients. So you're basically putting your plant in. You're not really putting it in potting soil. You're putting it in this is better used for compost for mulch on the top of your plant to hold in moisture. So look for a really good potting soil. I'm going to be doing a video in the near future on making your own potting soil, so you can make a really good potting soil for your house plants. And I'm also putting some links below for some good potting soils. So what you want to look for when you're shopping for a potting soil, all you have to do is feel the outside of the bag. If it feels very barky, you might look kind of crazy. I know I've had people look at me when I'm feeling bags, but if you can feel it through the plastic of the bag, and it feels barky, it feels crunchy, you can feel chunks in there, that is not a good soil. You want it to be heavy and soft, really soft. And if you do get a soil, you're better off getting a soil. Even if you get a soil and it doesn't have a lot of draining agent in it, and that could be too heavy, but it's so easy just to add some pumice to it or some perlite to it, and then it makes it very well draining but also moisture retentive at the same time. So watch your soil when repotting. Remember, your roots, the roots of your plant, are the most important part of your house plant. I know the top is what we look at, the top is what we love to admire, but the roots, and I have a video on this too, the roots are what you need to really take good care of if you want to have this beautiful up top growth to admire. So that is another reason. And then a fourth reason, I believe I'm on number 4, a fourth reason is watering too much after you've repotted. So what'll happen is when a plant is repotted, it can take a while for the plant to acclimate to its new soil. A lot of plants will be in a little bit of a shock when they're repotted. You've pulled them up, you've messed around with the roots some, you've repotted them in soil, and so they are not going to take up that much water for a while. But what'll happen is people think, I haven't watered in a whole week, I've got to water that plant even though the soil's still wet, okay? So then they start watering it, and just too much water in that beginning stage when the plant is still in shock and still trying to acclimate, that can set up root rot process. It can kind of set up shock and then a root rot process. So avoid overwatering. Use a moisture meter. See if it really needs watering. Check it with your finger. You want the first 1 to 2 inches of soil to be dry depending on the type of plant before you start watering it again. You'll know a plant has acclimated, it is good, it's adjusted to its pot when you start to see new growth. So that's a really good sign. Now, you don't always necessarily wait until then to water, but sometimes the plant soil will stay wet for a long time. Now, if it's hot in your house, you're concerned about the water, you're concerned about the plant drying out, but the soil is still wet, use a mister. So mist with something, I really like this mister here. It's actually, if I can go ahead and go back here for you so you can see this. Jeez. So you can see it, here you go, up close. So here it is, actually it's better just so you can see up close. So here's the mister part here, but I like it because you hold it down once and then it mists. And it instead of that having to pump and pump and pump like some misters do, you just hold it down once and you get a lot of misting. So what you can do is you can mist the leaves a little bit if you're concerned about the plant getting too dried out after repotting. Now, I wouldn't necessarily do this the next day, but maybe it's been a week or two and the plant's still moist, you're a little concerned, it's hot in your house, etc., then you can mist. Plants have stomata. Most of the stomata are on the underside of the leaves, and that is breathing pores. They will take up the moisture in there so that the leaves themselves will stay moist, but you're not over moisturizing, flooding the roots as they try to acclimate, try to adjust to the new soil. So there you go. Some top reasons why, if you repot and your houseplants die, these are the reasons. So if you can just go change all these reasons, change these things that you may have been doing. So if one or more of you may have been doing more than one of these things. If you can change that, you're going to have really good luck with repotting. You're going to have plants that look really healthy. This plant was repotted. Actually, it was gifted to me, and it was in way too big of a pot. The person thought they were doing a good favor and putting it in a big pot. It was a pot close to this size, actually. So I didn't say anything. I said, thank you very much. And then I repotted into the right size pot. And you can see this plant is just, this is a ZZ plant. This plant is so healthy, and it's put on about a good 6 inches of growth. And it's only been in this pot for about 2 months, maybe 3 months max. So repot the correct way, and you're going to have really good success. You may see at the bottom something you haven't seen before in the down below there. There's a thanks icon. That's for Super Thanks, and I put it on recently, and that is another way for you to support my channel. It helps. Every little bit helps. I really try to answer all of the questions that I get, valid questions that I get on my channel, and that does take a lot of time. So I appreciate any extra support I can get is very helpful. And that is it for the top reasons why your houseplants die after you repot them and how to rectify that. Thank you for stopping by today. Please leave any comments about any indoor gardening tutorials you'd like to see. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And please check the bell if you'd like to be notified when new videos are released.